A lot of people bring up ROI when they're talking to me about solar and asking me, what's the ROI? What's the return on investment for this? So I want to touch on this topic because the answer really does depend on how you're doing it. So I want to educate a little bit more on that. In my mind, in order to have a ROI, return on investment, there has to be an upfront investment for you to get a return on. And the reason why there's not really an answer for that sometimes is because the majority of people that I work with don't make an upfront investment. They're doing either a zero down financing option, which there is debt, but it's still not an upfront cash payment, or they're doing a leasing option where it's payments, but they don't have any debt. So in those instances, the question isn't what is my ROI? It is how much am I saving each month and how much am I saving in the long run? Of course, if they finance and then later in a few years decide to pay off their system, not have any payments anymore, that's when there would be an investment that they'd have to make a return on. And I will say, typically when people pay cash for a system in a house that's a good house for solar, that has favorable utility policies, you could be looking at anywhere from 6 to 10 years. It's a pretty normal return on investment that I see. The people that see better returns are those that have more sun, perfectly south-facing roofs, favorable net metering policies, and a higher electric bill as well. So it's super dependent on the house that I'm looking at. So with all the zero down options that are out there, people really need to stop being so focused on what is my ROI and more on how much am I going to save by making this switch. Either way, you're going to be either paying an electric bill or paying the cost for the solar system or whatever's left after the solar system cost is paid for. And the real question is, what is the better alternative? Am I going to save money day one and then have a locked-in rate and save more each year by doing the solar option? That's typically how it works out. Or if you're going to pay cash, thinking about how long am I going to stay in the house? If you're going to be in the house for 20 years or more, if it's your forever home, and the system pays for itself in 7 years, then every year after that is just free energy and just money being put back in your pocket. So first, what you have to decide is, how am I going to finance my system? Am I going to pay cash? Am I going to finance? Am I going to lease? Do I have cash on hand to even do a cash purchase? Or am I just looking for a more fixed rate and some savings year after year? Hope this helps. Feel free to comment below for any questions or learn more at eaglemountainsolar.com. We have tons of free articles there as well.